You think people are gonna hate on you for being into NFTs?
People have already hated on me hard.
What kind of people are hating on NFTs?
Yeah, trust me, they're out there. And I think it's just people who haven't taken the time to educate themselves on what it actually is. A lot of people just say, "Oh, that's a JPEG. Like, why are you paying X amount of dollars for a picture?" When there's way more to it than just people paying for a picture.
Yeah, I've heard tons of definitions of it. What is it?
Yeah, so an NFT is a non-fungible token. The word is definitely subject to change, just like the internet was called Web 2.0 back in the day, and now it's social media. So NFT, it's a non-fungible token, which is you own a digital asset, which is super confusing and hard to wrap your mind around. But I think about it from my sense of why I got involved into it and what attracts me. There's multiple reasons, and we can talk about them. But the metaverse, I've always grown up playing video games. I am a video game nerd.
What video games?
Call of Duty, MLB The Show, Fortnite when it was popular, Apex, like first-person shooters with a little bit of dabble of third person, but I want to compete. And it's an opportunity for me to get on there with my boys who want to compete and have fun too. So I preface it by saying, yes, I am a video game nerd. Now, in the past, parents have told kids like, hey, video games are a waste of time. You're never going to get anywhere. Well, yeah, to a point.
Tell that to Tfue.
Tell that to people who are making a ton of money doing it by streaming. Now, you add in this concept of metaverse play to earn, like, which is mind-blowing.
Yeah, what is that?
So let me break it down. You have a kid who's playing Fortnite, okay, right? How many parents are giving their kids hundreds of dollars, maybe thousands over the years to buy skins, to buy different, basically that's a digital asset. Like they have
like the different skins or outfits that they
different
buy
skins or outfits to give them, to make them look different. And they can show to their friends like, hey, I've got this type of skin. Well, that is all fake currency. That is not owed. That is going strictly to Fortnite. Now, you do have the select people who are streaming, like Tfue, and that is a small percentage of people who are making a sustainable income by streaming, but that is for content. But that content is giving Fortnite way more exposure, and people are going to want to pay for that. Well, now with the metaverse, okay, I pay $60 for this NFT. That is, let's just say someone paying $60 for a disc to play a video game. And now during the game, I can stake my NFT while I'm playing and earn real currency that can be sold for crypto or Ethereum. Like if I buy a skin in the metaverse, it is worth money in real life. Like I think about these kids who have been paying hundreds of dollars for the last couple years on a Fortnite skin. This is allowing that money to be real currency to get back, right? Like they only, let's just say they have a skeleton skin.
Okay. They
only put out 1,000, right? And you got in early enough to claim that skeleton skin. I think it's like $5 on Fortnite, but in the metaverse, you got in early enough, you claimed it. Well, a year from now, that skeleton skin, how much is it going to be worth? Because they didn't make any more, right?
Right.
So that skin can be sold for real money, real currency. If you're going to take the time to play a video game, you might as well earn money back from it. Like
right.
To me, that's really cool that we can get to that point that you can own a digital asset. Now, second thing, social status. How many people out there are on Instagram right now going to their fake private jet or, a fake, they got their fake Lamborghini and they're taking photos with it and they're gaining social status from fake photos. Right. You cannot prove that Joe Schmo that's his fake private jet, right? You can't prove that. With NFTs, it's on the blockchain. Everything you buy it can be tracked back. It's proven. You own it. You are not flexing anymore. Well, yeah, you are flexing, but you can prove that you're flexing. Like that is the other side of like the blockchain that attracts people. For me, not so much, but you see all these rappers who are buying Bored Ape Yacht Club for hundreds of thousands of dollars, millions. What is that? What are they paying for? Well, they're paying for utility. What's that utility? Well, they are in a group, a community of people who are very wealthy, very educated. You know, they are bouncing ideas off each other, being in that community because they bought in, or they bought in at $5 and like have held for a year, because back in May, these were a couple $1,000s. Now the minimum one's going for like $400,000. It's jumped up that much.
Wow.
And it's because of social status. They throw parties together.
Right.
That's their invite into. If you own one of those, you can go hang out with every athlete, rapper, or just billionaire, millionaire who has
the Bored Apes.
Bored Ape Yacht Club, it's called,
Okay.
which is really cool. But that's another side of having an NFT is the utilities.
So my question is, who made the board? Who came up with the idea for the Bored Ape? And it's like, what gives it value? I mean, is it true that what gives it value is like more followers, more attention, more fame?
No, that's all marketing. And that's why Gary Vee, he talks about 98% of NFT projects coming out right now are going to fail, is because they're getting pumped and they're getting dumped. And these athletes and influencers are literally on a list on the internet that these NFTs, it's a list of their rates. Oh, I'll promote your NFT for $100,000. But what these influencers don't understand is that they're promoting something that's going to flop, and a lot of people are going to lose their money. Yeah, you may make the top 2% some money, but the people who have one or two, like that floor is going to drop. And influencers are not thinking about that right now.
Right. They just have people. They have managers being
They
like, we're getting $1 million to pump this NFT.
Yeah, and it's like, hold on. Take a step back. Educate yourself on what you're promoting. Like, for instance, I'm an advocate for it now because I don't want people to dive in head first like I did. Let me preface it by saying I used supplemental income that my wife and I agreed on to set aside and be like, hey, this is X amount of dollars. It's not going to affect us either way. You want to try and, get into this. This is all we've got that I'm going to use. And I was like, okay, I'm going to get into the metaverse. This is going to be great. And I started on NFT on Instagram. The NFT, Mark Cuban owns it, by the way, which is outrageous because he doesn't know what's going on. Which
he doesn't?
He probably does, but he's making so much money because you have to pay that Instagram page to market it on that.
Right.
So I'm looking at like, oh, so-and-so is coming out with his NFT, athlete or rapper. And I'm like, man, that would be awesome if I get one of those. And,
Yeah.
I think with his social following, this is going to take off, right? And sure enough, I get in. There's so much hype the first day. It's being marketed by influencers, and then boom, flop. And there's two types of things. People can run away from the project, and since it's Web3,
Cash out.
yeah, you have that's why there needs to figure out some things with this. They just don't put the time and effort into it. This is a full-time job. If you put out an NFT, and I educate people, like someone who's putting out an NFT, make sure they're doxed, meaning make sure there's information out on who they are as a person, because people like that will have way more of a mindset to try and make it work than not, because people can put out a project without telling the world who they are. They can hide behind a profile, which is sketchy. And those are the projects that get marketed, pumped, and then the dude runs away from the project. They call it rug pull. Literally run away with your Ethereum.
Yeah.
And that happened to me on a project. And I was like, this is unacceptable. Like, there is so much cool that can come from this, but so many people are getting scammed. And I'm like, I got to do something about this.